Hello and welcome everyone to the 15th episode of
Yes.
our Dungeons and Dragons campaign titled Roaches. Um, Today we're a little bit late, so a quicker version of the recap will be done by Lodrick, who plays our hand.
So, last time we saw our heroes, they went into a building. There was some stuff happening, and they left the building. That's the recap. It's maybe too succinct. Well, uh, they went to the merchant guild house, disguised as a elderly couple. They went to meaning Arhant and Mel being an elderly couple, a wealthy elderly couple, escorted by a city guard, which was Sherbot in disguise. They managed to enter the guild house, which was a building three stories high, with a central atrium that was open. Um, the inside had three per per stage had a balcony that was reachable by stairs. In the middle of the atrium, there was a indent in the floor, which was too at least the circumference was too regular to be something natural. Um, and Mel also discovered that there were several holes in the indent, as well as a trail of blood. Arahant also saw a grape or a nest of wasps somewhere on one of the balconies. They decided to follow the trail of blood, um, and went to the room in the west, where they found three vats. Um, and in one of those vats, they found probably the source of that blood trail. They also found a stack of papers, um, blank sheets, but on one of them there were some dots and spots that were probably bleed through from the ink from the paper above it. So they took the papers and the hoping that using charcoal or something like that, they would be able maybe to discover its content. They left the western room to go to the northern room, where they encountered a skeleton of a wyvern. The skeleton was cleanly picked. Arahant used a spell and ascertained that it was indeed undead. And so Mel and Arahant decided to retreat, leave that room for what it was, and go to the eastern room, where they found a overturned table, a room that was trashed basically, and where they found a small piece of paper that resembled a or that looked like a shopping list, on which there were names of several creatures, both mundane and exotic, and also a list of specific individuals that for the moment doesn't ring a bell to either of the two protagonists. Um, they decide uh, like, when all this is happening, Sherbert, who was staying outside to keep guard, witnessed a person or a humanoid flying on some kind of bird-like creature that was quite emaciated, and having a bad feeling of it, warned his the others, his companions. The Arhant and Mel went down, explained the situation to Sherbot, and Sherbot, and based on that, we came to the conclusion that the person and the bird-like creature was probably that undead wyvern. We went into the room where that undead wyvern was, and it wasn't there anymore. The grape of wasps was also gone. And in the room with where the skeleton of the wyvern was, the tall double paint the double door window was smashed to pieces, so probably it went out that way. They also found a piece of torn cloth with a coat of arm on it, and the coats of arm are one of the coats of arms that you could find in the city of Berg, the city where they are in now. Going back down to the indent, Mel saw that the little holes that were in the um, you have to see the indent as a kind of a pit, and here and there were little holes. Those holes were being closed up by little bugs, roach-like bugs, and Arahant felt a demonic presence underneath them that seemed to burrow deeper under the ground. Armed with that information, they decided to go to a location, to another merchant guild, which would have a place underground, and that would be the wine merchant guild, because wine has to be kept in a room in a room that has an equal temperature, and the best way to achieve that is to have deep caves. And they were wondering and pondering how they would go there, because the spell that they used, disguise self, wore out and was no longer an option to be used. And that's where we are now.
Yes, that is where you are now.
So I kept it short, shorter than usual.
Yeah. Did you make any plans on what to do in the wine cellar?
It doesn't seem like we did.
No,
No, we suck.
despite my beautiful efforts to put it on our document. But
Wait, at least it's a group failure. We all failed. At our task. But I think the gist of it is just trying to find the deepest storing area or fermenting area for the wines, and then seeing if we can find a tunnel or some way that it leads back or just into the underground in general to possibly network with this guild house, possibly any of the other ones that got attacked.
do mind, says Arahant, that we are still fugitives.
Yeah. How far would the wine guild be from where we're currently at?
Didn't you already go into the wine guild?
No,
No,
we
we were
were
just talking.
outside of the merchant guild house, and we're pondering how we would go there, because because the disguise self had worn out by then. So we're still
Okay.
at the merchant guild house.
Then it would um say yours is quite central, so maybe 4 or 5 houses away. Although guild houses tend to be pretty big.
True.
Fair.
Did all of the guild houses get ransacked, or just a few of them?
Most of them did get dissolved, or not the houses that get resolved, but the guilds were basically
Disbanded.
thrown out of the city.
Hmm. And all their buildings were closed up.
No, left dilapidated. Then I guess we get to go house hopping and trying to avoid being seen while we do it, or at least not have attention drawn to us.
That would be a plus.
Yeah.
So I guess, given Mel's background in these houses and such, try to find the most expedient way to get there, or like the less viewed entrances to them.
I want one of you to give me a perception check, and the rest to give me a stealth check.
I think I
make
would
it
be
over.
perception.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I got. Oh no, never mind. I got a 2 in perception. I thought I was better at that.
Yes, Mel, you do know where that house is, so you do know basically a direct way.
Okay. What do you want me to make? Am I doing the perception or am I doing the stealth?
I think Maurice wanted to do the perception, so the other two would
I
do
should
the.
do I mean, my perception is better than my stealth, but my perception is 2. I
Ah.
mixed up characters.
Okay.
Between me or Arhant, he's probably got better than me because he's more wisdom focused than I am.
Arahant is principally well, my wisdom and intelligence are the same score, so.
I have a 4.
But I am not proficient in. Arahant is not proficient in stealth.
Perception is what I was saying.
Perception he's proficient in.
Ooh.
You know what? Arahant will say. Who does know the way to the?
I'm doing perception. I got a 6. Because I figured if I'm the one like leading, then yeah, I guess I'd be looking.
Okay, so while Mel is trying to remember the correct way and hold lookout at the same time, kind of splitting his attention, the other two will try to move quickly and silently with him to the guild house.
If I may DM, but could I turn his 2 into an 18?
Yes, you could.
That's my last portent die, but it's now a 22.
Yeah, what it was gonna be. That's kind of funny.
Yes, indeed.
Or with advantage, it would have been.
Yes, so I guess Mel just finds his focus again, and
Oh, right. They did some remodeling. The layout's this now.
yeah. So
Come on, Mel. Focus your mind. Sharpen your mind.
the other two can still give me a stealth.
Oh god, this is not gonna end well.
And I don't have portal
Three.
die anymore, so
3.
I don't think there was any help on that.
here we go.
Hey,
At least,
But Sherbot would travel separate from them.
of course.
I mean, that would
19
come all
for
along
Idaho.
because they are hunted people, and he isn't.
Yeah. So, while the other two make it there, avoiding a patrol that was spotted by Mal, forcing them to slightly go around, but not much of a delay. Sherbot didn't correctly read Mel's hand signs and kind of stumbled into that very patrol. And with stumble, I mean literally stumbled, and yes.
Citizen, what are you doing here? You are in my path.
So good, sir. See ya.
So what are you doing? Why don't you have eyes? Do you have eyes?
Oh, I'm sorry, good sir. I was a bit distracted by your beautiful eyes.
Are you?
Panic when I'm in moments like this.
That
I mean, coming from a warforged that has fought in the wars of hell.
so I didn't expect as you said, the Warforged to be the one seducing dragons in this campaign, but I guess it's canon now.
Yeah,
Great.
well, that's mechanical charm.
I mean, it's currently just just seducing guards.
But it's the precedence. He's setting the precedence now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just didn't see you there.
Give me a persuasion.
Persuasion, okay. Oh god. +0, 6!
Was that an attempt at flattery? Are you trying to avoid a punishment? What are you even doing here? But there's no business to be had anymore.
Oh, really? Did they close them all or what?
My good sir, those windows are boarded.
Yeah, I just thought that like maybe some of them like went out of business. I didn't think it was all of them.
I
Did
would
something...
would expect the citizens to have listened to the word of the street, but
I'm sorry, I'm not from here. I'm from out of town. That's why I just came here. So
then what's your business here?
well, originally I just wanted to like look around and do stuff, and I'm trying to buy something for my wife back home, but I guess that's sunken down the drain now. I guess I'll just move on.
Yeah, you actually notice that while you're doing that, the guard, why after the bump in, the guard actually quickly moved 2 gold coins into their pocket. The other guard, the one you're not talking to, because the patrol's 2 people.
So I noticed that.
Yeah. So, you may lead, citizen.
By the way, just one quick question before you go. You hear from the guards, right?
Yep.
I would like to make a donation.
Okay.
Let me just quickly, and I'll grab my pouch with my coin and count it, like in front of their eyes, and be like, that's weird. 5 minutes ago, there was a bit more gold in here.
Did you literally just coined all the 635 gold coins in front of
You know
them?
what? You know what? Now that I think about it, that might not be that quick.
Or a good idea, but through
We
the
have that
guards.
much gold?
Yeah, fuck it. He stole 2 coins. Fuck it. I'm just not gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
Not
presenting more possible coins to take.
Yeah.
Maybe isn't the move.
I will now put your... No, I will not put your coins at these, this, that's too much, at this.
Yeah, that was a mistake on my part.
Maybe they'll get turned into weird roach monsters, and you can get your 2 coins back.
Then... try to not bump into people again. If I was a weaker individual, you might have caused actual damage.
Oh, sorry. Thank you a lot. Have a great day then.
They just leave.
Not even given niceties after frisking a man.
Excuse me, sir. Frisk and stop policies were disencouraged here since 2009, so technically.
I mean, they kind of didn't frisk and stop you. They just took the money and left. So,
Yeah, that's robbery. That's illegal since
ever.
yeah, I don't know actually.
If they're part of the cult, or at least subversive to it, then that's probably pretty illegal and immoral too. But
What? You sure?
So, I'm just saying, like on the list of offenses that they may be perpetrating, I don't think taking 2 gold coins is high on that list.
Maybe. Yeah, but you all make it to the Winemakers Guild.
Nice.
Nice.
You okay back there? You took a bit. I know you're a bigger fella.
That's rude, but yes, I'm fine. I just had a run-in with some common thieves. Wasn't really much to talk about.
Hopefully they don't know our goal here.
They stole 2 coin from me. I don't think that.
Couple of thieves. What has society come to these days?
You know what? I think you get used to it after a while. It was almost the same back in my day. Society doesn't get better, only worse.
Yes, as you enter the Winemakers Guild, whoever goes first can give me a dex save.
Mel, would you or I be going first? I'll leave this up to you.
I'm not sure because I'd be pointing it out, but I don't know if as the crossbow guy, if I'd be the one to first go in there.
No, Arahant will go. Arahant enters the.
I don't think Aran would go first.
Yeah, it's one of us. It's either me because I'm leading the way because I know the layout, or you because you're the big melee man.
Yeah. You want to just flip a coin?
Yeah, let's do a 50-50.
Okay, heads or tails?
I go with heads.
And it is heads, so you get to...
I will step in.
Step in and dex save.
Yeah, my sheep was just being slow. Hey.
You manage to avoid immediately stumbling over a sleeping man.
All right then. Did I wake the sleeping man?
No.
I look at him more in detail. Is he actually sleeping?
Yes, there are... On which layer did I put this door? There are actually multiple people sleeping in this house. You would count 12. 8 of them are human. 3 of them are red folk, and 3 of them are roachlings, and 1 is a red folk. They all look relatively destitute.
Well, I will make use of my misshoes to creep around them. And look around. More so getting around the one right in the fucking door.
Yeah.
Kind of rude hobo sets up shop right at the door.
I mean, he at least avoided having like the door bump into him. You just kind of open the door and then immediately trip over him if you don't.
Yeah.
If you
See,
aren't
it's a
careful.
good thing I went, because if fucking our robot friend had went through, it would have squashed the poor guy.
Hey! I've been getting on Weight Watchers lately.
Like, for your diet, you just take a piece off of you. I feel a lot lighter now.
Is that not how everyone does it? Have I been doing it wrong?
No, you as a mechanical construct, you are doing it right. It's just that we organic constructs cannot remove our parts that easily.
Ah, you're worse than me, I get it.
Yes.
It's debatable.
Okay, well, I'm tiptoeing through the hobo tulips on my way. So I figure get a better lay of the land.
Just trying to go to the main room, or are you actually already going for like the wine cellars?
Probably just the main room, just to see what it looks like in comparison to the other one we were in.
So, there are no more valuables in here. There has been a fire going recently in the hearth. It has been fueled by some just old furniture. The floor is not covered in wax, but the people are covering themselves in wax. Other
They
than
said
that,
rats initially, and I was very confused, but I got you now.
they are not covering themselves in wax.
I was like, oh, rats are scattered around. No, they're covering themselves in rats for warmth. I was like,
And you can give me a perception check.
try this again. That's not perception. That's persuasion. Damn it.
Yeah,
I might as well get these rolls out of the way now.
the spider webs in this room have been growing rather quickly in comparison to the time that it was empty.
That's always a nice thing. Does there look to be an upstairs to this like the other one at all? Or is it all one level?
It has an upstairs and it also has a downstairs.
We may as well knock out the upstairs. See if there's any clues of what went down here, and then go for what we were aspiring to.
Sounds
But
good.
as I'm making my way, warning them of the rude hobo that's right in the doorway, I will make my way for the stairs, and they can give what they're doing as they're entering in here, what they see.
Yeah, everyone that enters, I guess that has everyone that enters. Mel is actually the only one without dark vision, so I guess because I forgot to give him the disadvantage on the perception roll, everyone with dark vision just gets an advantage on that perception roll.
Well, Arahant also doesn't have dark.
Oh
vision.
yeah, I always think you are half elf for some reason,
No.
but no, your master's just an elf.
He's a simple human. I was going originally with half elf, but then I went with human for being able to take the feat as a variant human. Or
We'll
a-
just need our artificer to make a goggles of night, and then we'll have to share it.
But Arahant does has a spell that can make him see into the dark.
That's at least something.
Yeah.
Wait, can Warforged see in the dark?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I just
Would be kind of lame robots. On the other hand, Dragon Ball also can't. So
nah. Did the new ones get dark vision?
Yes.
Actually, I don't think I have dark vision. Never mind.
Ah, see, you're talking all that good shit.
okay, none of you have dark vision.
Nah. Yeah, because I mean, technically, Warforged aren't necessarily robots. Like I think in lore have their wood part or whatever. But I mean, obviously, you can extrapolate however you want. In your
I mean,
case,
but in the picture they have glowing eyes.
sure. That's their magical spark of life that only sees as well as humans, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, so
Right.
everyone can just give me a normal perception check when going in there.
With disadvantage.
I mean, I kind of forgot to give Justin disadvantage, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because my first number was my lowest.
I mean,
number
I
anyway.
can give you disadvantage if you're really asking for it.
I just wanna be-
Saved by precedent.
9.
I'm just keeping it fair.
I mean, yes. There actually is something strange with those spider webs because you're pretty sure you are seeing 3 large spiders move in formation.
Nice.
Like, information is maybe a little bit too much, but just basically move as a group.
I literally just imagine like fucking Star Fox Squadron, but with spiders flying. You said
They are not doing barrel rolls.
okay, sorry. Continue.
And as you're going to the upstairs, they seem to actually follow you at about a 20-foot distance.
Oh, listen. Do you want to point out these giant spiders that me and Sherbert are not aware of at all?
Oh wait, I should have a second roll because of disadvantage.
Okay, you're still aware of it.
Okay.
Yes. The
Well, Arahant will point his finger. First, I will check if yes, I have it. Will point his finger at Mel, and Mel, you will hear Arahant's voice in your head, saying, "Be aware, you are being spotted, spied on, and followed by several spiders."
No, well,
Hey,
Mel's
we should
weirded
follow.
out by two things: a voice in his head that he doesn't. I mean, he recognizes it Aron's, so he's confused by that, and now he'll turn and look.
It would be in Arahant's voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But still, it's an intrusion in his head he wasn't expecting.
Hmm.
But turn to look at my new groupies.
New groupies.
yes, when I say large spider, it's not like creature size large. It's I don't know, like this maybe.
Large or spider.
Yeah.
That'd be scary
Australian
as fuck.
spider or
Like,
European spider.
The common house spider, let's say it that way.
I would say it would be like I don't know,
Would
a
you get-
European huntsman.
okay, so it's big spiders. Okay, well,
Yeah.
D&D's weird because like spiders of the size of humans aren't that nasty, even though it's a spider the size of me. That would be scary as fuck. And then there's actually big spiders.
Yeah.
Okay, so still in the realm of reality and spiders. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm not as concerned. At least Mel isn't, so I'll continue up the stairs. But I guess being cautious that stuff crawlies are going around.
Yes. Up the stairs. There are several rooms. The first one of which, as soon as you come near it, smells terrible. Like,
What kind of terrible?
kind of like, it's like food that might not be quite good, or that might be off.
Stale food.
If it's
Yeah.
a rotty smells typically don't go well in what we've been facing. So Mel will leverage his crossbow and try to creep up and look inside.
Yeah. There's a cauldron on top of a small fire.
Okay. I will hold my position as my friends catch up.
And we shall. Or at least I shall.
Shall our hand also catch up, or will he just?
Or something like that.
No, he will catch up.
Okay.
We also have mustard if you don't want ketchup.
I'm more of a mayonnaise man, so
Ah, you're uncultured.
See, I don't like mustard if
Belgium,
it's
I'm a
mixed
true
in.
Belgian,
other
good sir. I'm a
sauces.
true Belgian.
I mean, here we usually eat our fries schranke.
That means
You know those how those things actually called? Those things that come down when a train crosses.
wait, what?
Yeah,
Can you just repeat that?
those things that come down when a train crosses.
Yeah,
Those
like the
barriers.
yeah, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, basically, that's German for just eating your fries with ketchup and mayo.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
we
red and
call that
white.
fries. We just call it essentially fries red white,
Uh,
So you make a candy cane out of your fries. I got you.
essentially.
yes.
But
But,
culinary habits aside,
yeah, culinary habits aside, you're neither finding ketchup nor mayo in that room. Just some slightly off vegetables and bread, and disgusting smelling stew on a fireplace.
Well, I'm
That's
gonna wait.
delicious. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for sure about the ketchup, and then kind of have my crossbow at the ready and kind of motion him in there to check it out. See
I'll
what's
go
in
ahead
the
then.
pot.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and put ready an action to rage.
To rage if what?
The world.
To rage if there is something attacking us in there.
Okay.
Or at least, no, actually to counterattack. I can rage on.
No, then I'm just giving covering fire. So if something tries to attack our boy, I will shoot at it.
So, going in there. Someone has been preparing food recently. And I'm not sure how how good you are at judging human food, but the two actual humans on the outside would confirm that it's not well made, neither in terms of the cookery nor the ingredients.
Any weird ingredients in it?
Uh, no, just old stuff.
Okay, so just them. They made some gruel or some shit and then passed
Yeah.
out because it was so awful. But let's make sure it wasn't fucking human body parts. It was more so the gist of it.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with human body parts. What's wrong with human body parts?
Yeah, it's always nice to have some replacements.
I mean, who needs a live body anyways, right?
we do. We are not mechanical, you know.
Not yet.
I would prefer to remain. I may be frail, but I would prefer to remain in my frail body.
Why is that? See,
Good
you
luck.
don't have an answer, so I win.
Mel just shakes his head and then pulls away from the door. Is there any other doors up here? Like rooms up here?
There are two more rooms. One of them is just an old storage room, mostly filled with furniture. The other one has slightly. I mean, he's not really less destitute looking. He just has that leader of a hobo group flair look, with just kind of like his clothes are still mostly wax and stuff, but he kind of has some. He's kind of wearing some mismatched jewelry as well.
Ah, he's one of those rich beggars.
What race is he?
He's a human.
Okay.
And there's actually a bed in that room. That's probably why he took it.
Okay. Now we have the option of waking him up for information or continuing to skulk around.
I mean, I don't mind either way. If you think it would be best to wake him up and try to talk to him, I'd be fine with that. Plus, he doesn't seem so rich that we couldn't pay him off.
So I'll creep up to him and deciding if it's best to wake him up to a crossbow right in his face, or
But before
We should gently wake him.
before
We can.
before Mel would wake up the gentleman, or the Arhant will cast on himself the spell Detect Thoughts.
Ooh, that's smart.
Okay, so can you just post the description? As far as I know, by default you just know surface level thoughts, and
Yes,
then that's like
indeed.
an additional save you can do.
Yes, if you want to go deeper and save or fail, if you do the save to go deeper, the spell ends. But otherwise, it remains for 1 minute. It's concentration, and he would use it only to read his surface thoughts. So when we're interrogating him, he will listen and see if he is thinking on if he can pick up some straight thoughts and things like that to ascertain if he is indeed telling the truth, yes or no.
okay. Well, I keep my crossbow at the ready, and then put my foot on his shoulder and shake him.
Uh, what's going on? Why? No need to be pointing things at people.
I wanted to gauge your tone and how you reacted before I got the pleasantries. You are?
Fire.
You want my name?
That's why I asked it.
They call me Rick Swiftfinger, out on the streets.
I'll specifically keep eyes on his hands to see if he reaches for anything or tries to grab anything.
On the surface, in terms of surface level thoughts, he's currently just basically scared of being robbed.
Yeah, because I want his stuff. Yeah. Just wanted to ask you some questions about this current area as well as the guild halls in general and why they're in such disrepair.
Apparently, that old mayor made an edict. Do I really need it? It's a common name and two regular words. Apparently that old mayor fella made an edict. I didn't really like what the guilds are doing. I don't really get it, but it's not like I really got anything of like it's not like anything that the guilds were doing went to me anyway. So at least I have a new place to sleep, I guess.
understand that. Well, in the other guild hall that we checked, there were some very strange things afoot. Have you noticed anything off about your new abode?
Ah, those things. Yeah, we're not getting close to those places. The people that go there are unpredictably crazy, and those and the guards always seem to have a special eye on them.
Those places, what are you referring to?
Those places where those strange people go. Those how they call themselves? Those followers of the downfall.
Do you know of these places, where they're at?
I don't think they're at them anymore.
How do
Kind of
you get to
just
one of these places?
kind of just stormed them, picked them clean, and coming and going as they please. Pretty sure they're in cahoots with the guard.
Most likely. Have you gone downstairs of this guild hall?
We have booths all empty.
Heard or seen anything strange while down there?
Not really. Spiders down there are pretty big, but nothing strange, just giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Places you've not gone down there? Not cared to explore?
There's an old locked door. Wanted to check it out tomorrow, but that's kind of it.
Have a key?
No, that's where I put it off.
But angle that. Now. Have you been to any of the other guild houses before settling on this one?
Yes, we've been checking them out a bit, but we like this one because it's kind of out of the crazy people area. Out of the areas they have been in.
And what areas have the crazy people been centralized in?
They have gone. They have gone to the butchers, the skinners, the jewelers, the smiths.
Not the Smiths!
Yeah. I think they might have also. I've also heard some of them have been checking out the fishes at the docks.
No. Yes, those will be the places we need to look into. Any other word on the street you'd like to give us before we part?
Those sound like you're interested in those crazy people.
We are.
Yeah.
Try to make a deal with me. Told me I should join them, and there's no way that anyone could could put a stop to those with nothing to lose. But my mama always warned me of those of those cold people.
They're trying to openly recruit now.
I can't tell you about now, but they sure tried to do with me and my boys.
What sort of offer did they make you?
That's they were obfuscating a lot. They were talking about a through power through transformation and maybe power through magic and a way to get revenge on those who've wronged me.
So, for Arhan's sake, what sort of thoughts has he been rotating through as this conversations?
Um,
Like initially, he was scared.
yeah, there has been a bit of confusion. Then his mood has been clearing up over time, noticing that you're not trying to steal anything from him.
Hmm.
And his current thoughts are like, hey, maybe they'll even give me some money for that information. Could be my lucky day.
Alright. Anything else? I looked the Sherbot. Anything you wanted to ask him?
Nothing in particular.
Well, I'll give him a gold piece. Let me see if I have anything smaller.
Thank you, dear sir.
Now
I
he's got a
will.
silver piece. I didn't know
Still
if I
thank
had
you,
some
dear
broken
sir.
up already.
Still thank you, dear sir. I'll remember your face.
I'd prefer you didn't, but you do well to ignore those requests and offers from those people. They're into some very foul shit, and you don't want any part of that. Me and my friends have seen as much.
It can't be any worse than the food that Guido cooks, but
I'd say otherwise, but again, that's just my recommendations. But we're gonna go check out the under parts of this and that door that you mentioned. But otherwise, if we see that there's no more to our leads, we'll leave you and your compatriots alone. Thank you for your time.
thank you for your money.
At least he's an honest man.
No, I'll turn and leave him.
Okay.
Well, when we're leaving the room, um, and probably going downstairs, Arhant is saying to Mel, "Can you also cast the ability to read thoughts?"
No, you can just read a person.
Because he did hope for some kind of a reward for all the information he gave to us.
Oh
And I
yeah,
saw
no
you
one
tapping
actually told. No one actually told Mel, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was going to pay him regardless because that just is the right thing to do when someone's giving you information, as well as for him to be quiet about us being there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he did mention something about a door down here, maybe could have some substance. Otherwise, me and Sherbot can give you the details if I know you were focused on whatever you were doing.
Oh well, I was hearing what he said. You know, at at the same time, I did got a underlying thoughts, and although he was skittish at first, thinking that we were there to rob him and rough him up, seeing that we only wanted some information, he relaxed. So, but beside that, I did was able to follow the rest of or the entire conversation.
Yeah. And as you're walking out, the three spiders are still trailing you.
Do they have surface thoughts?
Yeah, it lost only minutes, so I think it's stopped right now.
Yes, it stopped right now.
What were all the other sleeping hobos thinking?
Well, yeah, it
Well,
detects all the the sleeping thinking creatures
no,
around you.
it has a
Yeah, I think it's makes the
range.
focus on it.
Oh no,
Yes,
that's like a separate action you need to do, like instead of checking someone's thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if it like gave you everybody's thoughts, then you had to focus on somebody, or
yes, within 30 feet.
You either need to focus on somebody to read the thoughts, or you can just find thinking creatures in an area.
okay. Nah, no. If it's ended, then just proceed to the stairwell and head down.
Yes, and you're coming down into dusty cellar. The air on there smells stale, but not particularly moldy like one. So the the cellar was still reasonably well kept.
He did say big spiders, so Mills again on guard.
Yeah. You still have the three spiders trailing you down the center, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, are we out of sight of the rest of the destitute people when we go into the cellar?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Well, and in that case, if we're in the cellar and we and those spiders are still trailing us, Arahant will turn, watch at them. How many spiders?
Three.
Three, and he will cast a magic missile, one to each,
Yes, and
and saying both in infernal and in the abyssal, because he can speak both. Go away.
yes, and upon being hit, the three spiders turn into three imps. Three imps that you might still know.
Ah!
These
How,
bastards again.
how how did you catch us now? What? We didn't even talk. Come on.
In in infernal, he says, "Listen, you, by now you should have realized that I I can see you and I can read your thoughts. So why are you surprised?
I don't know.
And do not try to turn into ravens and convince us that you have been ravens all along. That trick will not work."
No, never have been ravens. Don't think don't think we even have that phone, have we? Nah.
Are you working for the Duke?
I think we've established that already.
So okay, so still making sure that his investment in us is well placed and well spent.
Yeah. We also bought some how would you call it some more firepower just in case. He points at small bags that each of them is carrying.
And the bats are supposed to be that firepower.
Yep.
Well, Arahant was talking in Infernal, but it's possible that.
Yeah, do we notice them at this point?
I mean, they are imps. You
Okay.
definitely notice them. Like, they are now not tiny spiders anymore. They have literally 3 imps in your face.
Yeah.
And you're hearing Arahant talking into Infernal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still dark, so that's why I was like. So I look back once I hear like the magic missile smack, but
And then something like.
I'm assuming Sherbert also spoke in Inferno.
I think I do, yes.
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 That would be pretty useful if you're actually coming, from the Tyrant City.
Indeed. Would make sense.
So, yes, these bags, we have some alchemical fire charges in here.
Fire charges.
Yep. Like when you take normal alchemical fire and you just put a lot of it in there, and then just put it into basically like kind of pre-shaped hole. Pretty good at blowing up and melting things.
I see. That's good to know.
I love this conversation is going on, and all Mel is hearing is fucking basically Latin preaching going on.
Angry Latin.
Nah. He's just scratching his head, like doesn't know what to make of it.
Well, Arahant will during the conversation will break off and give a synopsis to Mel about what they're talking about.
I mean, if they're wanting to help, why are they skulking around?
Well, it's in their nature as imps.
That's racist.
No, it's a fact.
If we'd known their presence, we could have sent them to scout out the other locations for us, get us some details.
Yes, but we also have a certain word of value to the Duke for the moment, at least, and he does want to ascertain that we still deliver.
I mean, that's fair, but I mean, we've gone so far. I've done everything in our power to uphold the goals he's wanting. I don't see why he wants to backseat our every maneuver, especially when resources could be better used.
That's true, but people in power, and especially high in power, are mostly in a
Stupid.
in a current and continuous state of, let's say, extreme cautiousness.
Yeah.
The way I see things, when a man gives his word on something, he keeps it, and that's what I intend to do.
I
Shouldn't need to
mean,
be second guessed on that.
honestly, uh, the what he's doing here with us is kind of that's kind of the nicer method. Like
Mhm.
he, that's a sign that he trusts you. If you wouldn't, then you would have to sign a. Then you would have had to sign a contract for your soul.
Oh,
Yeah, that's normal for him.
Won't be signing any contract like that.
well, we haven't, so so according to the imps, he is trusting us. It's a strange way to show it, but
I just don't like my work being second guessed, is all. In any case, do you have any information for us? This time he's directing it towards the imps to see if they can speak.
Yeah, yes, imps generally also speak common.
Yeah, I assumed as much. But
Um,
you know,
yep, we with those underground tunnels going on, we're we're expecting at least a major nets down here. There there might even be a thing the boss calls the flesh works, but he is but he is suspecting that those might be somewhere else.
if there are any inner workings or something, then at least my intuition was right.
And I guess lastly, he told us that if you try to get into that shit too deep, we're supposed to pull you out or try to pull you out. It's kind of just a recon mission. Don't no need to take on a whole army by yourself.
You are welcome to stay at our back for support effect, but our goal is to check out that door that we've learned about and see if it leads to some underground works, as you said, since we detected some movement and strangeness in the other guild house we were at.
Yeah. The door is a heavy oaken door.
but by any chance, says Arahant to the imps, um, would you would you also be able to take on the shape of a group of wasps?
Nope. Only I mean, I guess if you had a large enough group of imps.
Hmm. Okay.
You get 3 wasps.
Yep.
So the bundle that we saw in the other guild house was not you. Hmm.
No. Was a strange fella, though.
Hmm?
Did you see him?
Yep, he basically just, while you were checking out that other room, he just basically unswarmed himself, um, mounted the wyvern and just flew off.
You see.
Well, I guess that's a capability we need to keep in mind from now on. Is them disguising themselves as vermin. In any case, no point pondering anymore on it. May as well see what we have at hand and tackle it. So then I'll go to the door and start assessing. Well, first seeing if it's locked, and then two seeing.
The door
Because
is indeed locked.
What kind of lock?
Just your standard, like,
Typical keyhole lock?
yeah,
or...
keyhole lock.
And we either brute force it and announce we're there, or I spend a minute with some tinker's tools and finagle my way through it. What's the verdict?
Well, the stealthy approach would be the most wise.
I'm not that good at stealth, though.
Well, I mean, at least not bashing the door down.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
I will try to figure out my way through the door, either taking off pieces or shaping a little piece of metal to fiddle with it.
Okay, you're trying to pick the lock with tinker's tools.
Arahant is giving him a little tap on the shoulder, saying, "I'm sure you are very able and very nimble with your fingers and your tools. I'm quite certain you will succeed."
Yeah.
Nah.
And he gives you guidance.
Give me a Dex tinker's tools check with guidance.
Thanks. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
I'm gonna roll it anyways. I want to see if I get 30. No, get 29.
29. Yes, you actually take your tinker's tools and just unscrew the lock and take it off.
Nah.
Yeah. Simple as that.
And just take off the entire little door thing.
Yeah. This also gives you an opportunity to look through the door hole.
Not true. I may as well before I open it up. Because I'll be wanting to slowly take it off and not throw it on the ground, make a loud clanging noise.
Inside of the room, there's it's a room with wood paneled floor. There are 2.5 shelves in the room, though it kind of opens up more to the side.
I will reach in my now new door hole handle and open the door up slowly. Then, do the floorboards look like an actual floor, or has I lost some boards so it looks kind of
They look like an actual. They
so it looks structurally intact, I guess is the.
they look relatively structurally intact, although it's kind of weird that they are just in like a 20-foot area about. or 20 square foot area. And the rest of the room, off to the side, still has like dirt flooring.
Okay. Does it look like, and it looks like a new flooring? Given my
Relatively.
my judgment of wood. Giggity. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just kind of like creep around the edge of it and try to look down that other path that you said it kind of opened off into.
Yeah, so to the sides, the room gets bigger, although it seems to have been like some sort of additional storage room mostly. So that just fewer empty shelves. Though in the far corner of the room there's actually still some shelves with wine barrels on them.
Does anything look to be behind the shelves?
No, most of them are actually open shelves, is the correct word, like middle of the room shelves, not wall shelves.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I will.
Jan,
Go
Yeah.
how is the illumination in there?
If you guys don't have any light source with you, it's dark.
Well, and
a light
and-
spell.
well, in that case, indeed, by going down, Arhant will blow on the top of his staff and light it up.
Seeing nothing there. Mel will move towards the wood again and kind of motion Arant to lower his light a bit, and kind of put his ear to the floor and kind of knock on it to see if it seems not necessarily hollow, but like there's a gap underneath it.
Yeah, you can actually see through between those and between the boards, and there seems to be quite a lot of hollow space underneath it.
Then looking it over, whatever looks to be the weakest part of it or the easiest to take off, I will ask Sherbot to do that. To rip up some flooring for us.
Well, I guess it's time to rip and tear until it's done. Athletics check?
Yes.
10.
Now, could I give him advantage by showing him where to tear it up?
We'll just make it very easy. He just goes onto the wood, basically while standing on it, tries to tear it off, and just crashes through. You have found a tunnel.
Damn. We've been making a lot of fat jokes about poor Sherbot tonight.
Yeah.
Let's keep him rolling.
How many pounds? How many pounds is he?
He's not that heavy. He's paying barely 286 pounds.
Plus 106 equipment.
That's without equipment, yeah.
Yeah.
What do your Warforged eyes see?
What do my Warforged eyes see?
A tunnel, and about like 10 feet away from your eyes, darkness as our hand's light doesn't really go that far down the tunnel.
I was expecting there just to be a big ass spider in his
well-
face.
Oh!
Well, what Arhant will do. So when we see that uh, poor Sherbet is falling down and has discovered a tunnel, indeed, the light spell is not um,
Good enough.
indeed powerful enough to cover the entire area. Yes, area, but he will. Light does not require concentration, fortunately, because he will cast dancing lights, which requires concentration, and he will send those four orbs um, under close by Sherbot.
Hmm.
So
How
they give off a dim light in a certain,
Radius.
yes, in a 10-foot radius, and you can place them in such a way that they can make a line that would cover about 60 feet worth of space that is bathed in dim light.
Uh,
Makes sense. Okay.
how deep was it from this room down to where Sherbot's at now?
about 5 feet.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's kind of like ramping down.
Okay. Yep, and I will make my way down behind him once he goes on a little bit into the tunnel.
Going. Yeah. Wait, did I just hear myself through someone's microphone and thought I interrupted myself?
I think so.
Great.
Yes, I think you did.
So, actually going into the tunnel, it's wide enough for normal people to go through, although you need to tuck your head in a bit, as it's not as it's wider than it's high.
Mhm. The advantage of dancing lights is that it has a range of 120 feet. So it means that when Arhant will be the last one down. So his normal light spell will illuminate the first part, but he will be able to send out the modes of dancing lights in front of Sherbot. So as we progress, Sherbot will be able to see up to 60 feet in front of him, everything in dim light, while the rest of us will see in a certain radius into bright light.
So,
Just to picture the scene.
Alright.
going along the tunnel, it's long, winding, and straight, and
Ah.
How wide is the tunnel?
did I just say winding and straight? I'm an idiot. I meant winding and not like splitting.
Yeah, it's one path. Gotcha.
It's roughly 10 foot wide and 4'9" high.
About how tall?
4'9".
Yeah,
It's
I'll
a
go.
weird measurement for height.
And let the little people thrive. Well, my
Yeah.
concerns are I can't shoot over Sherbot, so that kind of sucks. I can shoot around him. How wide are you, Sherbot?
I mean, you've already been poking fun at it, so take a guess, Aztec.
I doubt you're 10 feet wide.
I
Hey,
doubt
at
that
least
he's a
you're
large
not
creature.
You're like your mom.
Yeah, so I can shoot around him. I can't shoot over him. So it just matters if we encounter something in the tunnel. That you're kind of you got to position yourself for me and Arahant to be able to help you, basically.
Yeah.
As long as Arahant can see it, I can hit it for sure with my magic missile.
Yeah. As long as I can see a piece of it, I can shoot it because I ignore cover anyways. So like you getting in the way doesn't matter. It's
So,
just
yeah,
if I can actually see the thing.
The big question now is, am I going to now end on a cliffhanger? Or the thing is, today's session is just pretty short because late start. But on the bright
Yeah.
side, next month should be a 3-session month if everything goes to plan. So
That's
yeah,
I
I
throw some
think
bolts downrange. Damn it!
so. As you're walking along the tunnel and it keeps winding, Sherbot Sherbot being the first to turn the corner, where almost immediately the room widens massively and a creature looking. Okay, that's a lot of echo.
Sorry.
A creature looking similar to a massive fly giving. Yeah, let's just keep it at a creature looking like a massive, or in D&D size terms, large fly. Is around the corner. Well, at the same time, I'm assuming our hand is the one in the back.
Yes.
Our hand feels a tap on his shoulder. And with that, we'll end the session.
Wasn't
So-
a nice tap on the shoulder though.
So the insect-like being is in front of us, or at least in front of the tunnel, in front of.
Basically around a corner. So
Yeah,
it's
Sherbot
really
ran
only
the
Sherbot
corner.
who saw it by now.
Yeah, we still gotta get around
Okay.
it. Then
So
you got
it's not
tapped on the
it's not
shoulder.
the fly-like creature that is tapping on the shoulder of Arhan.
No.
At least not that one.
There's something or
Yes,
someone else behind you.
at least that one, yes.
Oh, sorry, man. My proboscis is it's his mosquito friend.
To be continued.
To be continued, yes. So, I guess everyone can sign off.
It was a short one, guys, but take it easy.
Well, it was still packed with a lot of information. So
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see what's going down, what's afoot.
Definitely gonna join in on that excitement for the next sessions.
So, with that being said, this was a short one, but may the next one be a long one, everyone. And until then, see you at the next one, everyone.
Ciao, Leute.
bye.